Hey everybody, it is Wellness Wednesday, and I hope you are all having an amazing day. It's going to be another scorcher here in Georgia. Don't know where you may be, but it's going to be hot here, so make sure you stay hydrated. Stay in if you don't have to be out. Make sure you're checking up on your family, anyone that's elderly, the babies. Just make sure that we are, just trying to be better as a person and that we are reaching out genuinely, trying to help others. So, y'all know that, again, God is dealing with me around marriage, right? And my question is, what are you doing to make it easier, right? And I mean, what are you doing to just make your marriage go by easier, be less of a, I don't want to say annoyance, but we have our ways, women. Let me give you an example. So this morning, I got up and I said, I'm gonna make some breakfast. Well, my husband had made something, and he was like, "Well, what are you gonna eat?" And I was like, I don't know yet." So when I did decide, what I was gonna eat, and I went over to the cabinet, and when I looked under, you know, the pans were just completely different from how I do it. Now, I have slight OCD, right? But instead of getting, upset or frustrated or just like, oh my gosh, I had to take a step back and be thankful that he put things away, because he could be one that leaves them as is, right? Once we clean them and then we put them in the dish rack to dry. And, some men will leave them there, right? So the fact that my husband goes above and beyond to put them away, I can't be picky on how he puts them away just because it's different from what I do. We're different. Opposites attract. So that's what I mean with, what are you doing to make it easier? Are you that one who's going to complain and be like, that's not how I put them away, or why did you put them away like that, or walk around all day with a whole attitude, not even tell them why, when it's something simple, right? So I rearranged them how I like them. But nonetheless, I sent them a text and I'm like, hey, I appreciate you. You're an amazing man. Thank you for being a part of my life. I'm so grateful God chose you. Like, just what are you doing to make it easier? Like, a lot of times we look at what they do, but we don't look at what we do. And that could have been a situation that went completely wrong just off of how I responded, when I know we're not alike, right? So what are you doing? Because the thing is, when we choose to be different and react different and focus on us and work on us, it's not for them, it's for us. It's not for them, it's for us, right? The goal is to be better. Give them to God. Let God work on them. You work on you. And that's being accountable, that's being responsible, being able to say, hey, you know what, my response may not have been the best response. Did I really have to act that way? Did I really have to respond that way or look that way? No. And what I can honestly say is, things have been so much better throughout this whole process. We laugh anyway, but we laugh so much more and joke and play and reminisce on the past. And you can laugh at all those moments. There's no regrets, you know. And even just like, we were looking at Bobby Brown has a reality show, and we were looking at it and just how, people respond. And I'm like, dang, that's a trigger. Like, you can't have certain people around you speaking certain things when it comes to your marriage. One, it should be private, but I don't need a friend who is going to try to bash my man and put him down and be like, oh, I would just do this. And that's why you're not married to him. And that may be why you're single. Bloop, bloop, just saying, right? So we have to be, mindful of how we act. We have to be mindful of the things that we think, that we allow to roll off our tongue. Remember, there's power in the tongue, right? So you want to make sure that you're speaking good things over your marriage, over your children, over your household, your finances. And it makes such a difference. So for Wellness Wednesday, right? Because again, mentality, peace of mind, peace, make sure that you are not disturbing your own peace, right? We walk around now saying if it's not, giving me peace, I don't want it, or if it's, taking my peace, I don't want it. Make sure that you're not the one that's taking your peace. Make sure you're not contributing to that. You know what I mean? And even though my husband had made him something to eat, I made enough, and I made sure that, I made some for him too. Like, it's just doing those extra things, right? Service, giving, prayer, fasting, service, making sure that, we do those type of things. Like, I did a foot washing ceremony for him. And I'm not I don't do feet like that. I'm not the type to like just be sitting here massaging on his feet or rubbing feet or, no, that's when my OCD kicks in. And it's nothing against him, it's just, I just don't like it. But one day I was thinking, what can I do for him? Something different. And that's what God put in my spirit, and I did it, and it wasn't bad. Like, I even did it for a friend, you know, on my retreat. It's stepping outside the box, stepping outside your comfort zone, allowing, God to use you. And it was an amazing, experience for me, because it's like, these are things that I don't do. So to allow God to take over and submit fully to Him is an amazing feeling. So I implore you today, do something different. Check on your loved ones. Be well. Love you, beauties.